Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, welcome back, playing Command Conquer Remastered Tiberian Dawn. And we're going to Germany this time, so we have the choice of Germany West or Germany East. I think last time I picked Germany West just randomly, and to be honest, I really have no reason to not pick Germany West or East, so I guess I'll just stick with the one that I initially clicked. A GDI field base is under attack. They have fended off one attack but will not survive another. Move to the base, repair the structures, and then launch a strike force to destroy the nod base in the area. Destroy all nod structures, units, and structures. Okay. Pretty typical stuff, I suppose. I think we get tanks now.
It's a lie, all of it. GDI wouldn't slaughter children.
Was Bialystok a Tiberium center?
Isn't this another incident of GDI reacting to incorrect information?
Any comment?
Should GDI funding be cut?
Nod forces severely damaged GDI base in your area. Critical shortage of weapons and manpower. Find GDI base and return it to operational status.
Alright, let's get in there and save them. I don't know, I have no idea where they are or what the layout of this map is. Anyway, we have tanks now, so I think this is going to be a bit of a lesson on needing to learn how to run over enemy infantry, because I am particularly bad at doing that, and I think it's going to be absolutely crucial to figure out how to do that effectively. And I think you want to use Alt move, so hold Alt and then right click to force move your tanks to move again in a specific way. Alright, well, they have like exclusively Rocketeers here, which is a pain in the ass. I guess I could have left my tanks behind. This also may be a map where we have access to like a service depot, so we can repair these things once they get into the base. But we really don't want to lose any stuff before we do that. Let's just avoid the light tank, if possible. Okay, here's the GDI base, so let's get into it. I think between you two, you guys can kill this. You go ahead and start repairing. I cannot make my own tanks, so keeping these alive is going to be pretty crucial. I also have no MCV, so basically we have what we have, which kind of blows. So once again, we make minigunners. The thing is, again, we have very limited armor support. So if they have light tanks, if they have a lot of light tanks, we're in big trouble because we can't make our own Rocketeers. We're going to have to rely on Grenadiers to kill enemy tanks, which is just a big bummer. So what I'm going to do is repair at least repair the power plants, so that we're not overpowered, so that we can build stuff at a slightly faster rate.
Yes, sir.
And I had really thought that we would get a... I thought you got a service depot on this map, but I guess not. So the reason why using right-click to move, even though I was very confused on it previously, works really well is because, like, right here, normally your only move is to left-click. But if I want to just select the APC, I can left-click it, and it overwrites the fact that I was right-clicking to move, rather. Or left-clicking to select it, I should say. All right, let's back up here. Let them come to us. And I think it's important that these vehicles all stay alive. I don't see much of a point in APCs. What you can do with APCs, I think, is basically just kamikaze APCs full of engineers into an enemy base. And in doing so, you can just unload and then, like, take control of their MCV and their refinery and then just instant sell them.
Building.
But for now, again, I'm going to basically stick with minigunners. The problem with minigunners is they have to get very close to attack.
Building. Unit ready.
And because they have to get so close to attack, what ends up happening is they...
Yes, sir.
they'll get run over by tanks, without a doubt. So, again, it looks like Nod can make light tanks, but I can't, which really sucks. We could probably just make Humvees, or light scouts, I suppose. I run away. Again, we can maybe lure this thing to us, or it's just going to sit there. That's fine, too. But I just want to look around. There's another light tank there. And I think basically we need enough Humvees to basically sit in front of my infantry, specifically my grenadiers, which is the only anti-armor that I have, which sucks.
Building.
So let's quick save now, just because we got into the base. Everything's all fine.
Building.
Am I responsible for repairing the base?
Ready.
It's possible that by repairing the base we'll get access to other stuff. I don't know. It's going to be expensive to repair all this.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Okay, so all the grenadiers, you're going to be hotkeyed separately, because again, I got to keep these away from my other infantry. So we have armor, grenadiers, riflemen, and then we'll add more Humvees into this group eventually. My hope is that, again, if we can repair all these structures, it's possible that we'll get reinforcements or something. I mean, it's said in the mission briefing to repair everything, but again, it's not clear to me if it's necessary or not. They don't seem to be attacking me. They don't seem to be trying to come at me at this point. It looks like they're going to get airdropped reinforcements, which is kind of a bummer. Like, I could take my riflemen and get up here and kill the buggy at least. It doesn't look like there's any sort of it doesn't look like there's any sort of like bully triggers back in these older games where it's like you kill an enemy and then they'll send out a bunch, like they'll continuously rebuild it and then replace that unit that they had. They might rebuild it and have it sit in their base, which is, you know, distinctly different. I'm gonna move this guy away from the front. Kill this buggy with this amount of riflemen, no problem. We have to kill this thing anyway so that our harvester could get up here to repair, or to collect resources. Nope. Nope. We just gotta run.
Building. Unit ready.
Say, I'll sacrifice a unit.
Building. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Right, and then add these to my group here. You guys can kill this buggy, especially if it runs into the concave of all the units. My only hope is that maybe their tanks are not rebuilds. I can't be sure about that, though. See, I'm very lucky here that they're not... Like, he could have run over every single one of my units right there. But the real question, again, is going to be if they are... We'll take this guy who's very low health and go and scout it out. I think... See, look at how... Oh, APCs can crush infantry because they're treaded. This whole time, I didn't realize... I mean, they're significantly more expensive, so I'm a little reluctant. I'm going to get some more light scouts again, mostly just so that they can block my infantry from getting run over, specifically my grenadiers. Having a unit queue is quite nice.
Building. Unit.
I would rather scout. I can send out a larger group to destroy the SAM sites.
Building. Construction complete.
And this actually looks like a dead end up here.
Unit ready.
Again, they're bringing in reinforcements that I can see. Let's at least just scout out. We're going to have to find and kill all this stuff anyway.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's take this group, head them up here. We can destroy the SAM site.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
keep adding this
Yes,
group,
sir.
and then we have an armored group, which is not, you know, not super great, but okay. No, there is a pathway that they can take.
Roger. Right away, sir.
Let's get up there. I will also quick save, because this could be a disaster if I'm not careful.
Got it.
I care more about killing the Rocketeers, because they can, again, do
Lost.
massive AoE to me if I'm not careful.
Right away, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Roger.
But this is what I've talked about several times about, like, older games and the way that the economies of them work. Like, look at, again, like, the rate at which we can get resources is so tiny. The most I can hope to do is find all of the,
Not a problem.
see, I think we can, yeah, we can kill the Rocketeers. The best I can do is look for all of the
Reporting. You got
the
it.
SAM sites and get air support.
You got it.
If we can do that, we'll be in much better shape. We could also make a few engineers to speed up
You got it.
the rate at which we destroy the Nod base. This looks promising. Okay, lots of money. I'll
Building.
take it. So let's queue these up and get a few extra light
Building.
scouts as well. Make sure that we're not...
ready.
okay, we're not even close to being maxed
Unit
out.
ready.
Affirmative.
I'm just going to avoid that
Building.
light scout for now.
Unit ready.
No reason to kill that if I don't have to. Is that a
Construction
glove?
complete.
That's another light scout, I believe.
Building.
Kind of hidden behind
Unit
trees, but
lost.
that's fine.
Yes, moving out.
Unit ready.
Moving out.
Building. Unit
This
ready.
is why you explore.
Construction
Again, building all
complete.
these grenadiers, though, like, they're going to end up
Building.
killing themselves. You
Unit
know what I mean?
ready.
It's very dangerous.
Building.
Reporting away,
Unit
sir.
ready.
Roger. Affirmative.
Building.
Right away, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Again, with this
Unit
group, I'm mostly
ready.
just trying to look for...
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting.
Unit
I'm looking
lost.
for SAM sites.
Unit lost.
You got it. Moving
Just
out.
run, boys.
Moving out.
Unit
Moving out.
lost.
Moving out.
Okay, there's not going to be one up here, I
Roger.
suspect.
Yes, sir.
Ah, look at that. We got the first shot. Haha.
Affirmative. Right away, sir.
Okay, so we have a general idea of where their base is. We could maybe come down here to look to see if there's a
Moving out.
different path. It looks like we're going to have to go through there.
Ready and waiting. Yes, reporting.
Okay, I've got a lot of grenadiers. I have a decent amount of armor. Again, it's really just going to be those light tanks.
Building.
Which is why I think I mean, I'm
Unit
not a huge
lost.
fan of the scouts, but it's mostly to stop my infantry from being crushed.
Roger, sir. Unit reporting.
Construction complete.
A couple different ways can go. I don't want to get
Building.
stuck on that bridge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
The light scouts will be okay against infantry. Obviously, they're countered pretty heavily by
Construction complete.
Rocketeers.
Waiting order.
But our grenadiers can kill the Rocketeers as well. So let's quick save and maybe see if we can move out up here. I may or may not have enough stuff to realistically do this.
Building.
And we'll just make more infantry and bring it up separately.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Knowledge.
I can use my
Unit
armor to get up
ready.
here and attack their harvester. I'm going to assume
Unit
they can't
ready.
rebuild
Yes,
it.
sir.
This is going to
Building.
draw a lot of units out.
Unit ready.
It's going to pretty much draw their whole army out to
Unit
kill us because they're very upset.
Building. Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. Insufficient funds.
Okay, and then we are
Unit lost.
capped in terms of funds, and you can see here they come with... Oh, gosh. Ah, I'm stuck.
Right away, sir.
I'm
Unit
stuck.
Lost.
Yes.
My gosh, and then my light tank just gets stuck back there.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
I mean, we have to kill these tanks. That's a given.
Unit lost.
I'm going to run away.
Affirmative. Yes. Moving out.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go for the light tank. That was just a disaster.
Unit
This is why you don't attack their harvesters.
building. Cancel.
I mean, we would have had to kill all this stuff anyway, and in theory their base is now empty,
Right away, sir. Roger. Moving out.
but I don't
Building.
think it was worth it. I lost way too much
Unit
stuff.
ready. Building.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Okay, and this is a situation where the
Unit
turrets are going to
ready.
kill my grenadiers, and they're going to blow up and kill my own stuff, which is
Unit
not
lost.
good.
Unit lost.
Ouch.
Unit lost.
Okay, so let's try this again. We can engage all that stuff separately, right? So we just load this up. It's interesting how your quick saves don't overwrite each other. I might want to just start deleting some of those so that I don't run into all these issues. We need to at least get clumped up so that we can attack across the
Waiting
bridge.
orders. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Moving out.
And again, our
Yes, sir. Moving out. Unit reporting.
our vehicles are pretty decent. I think the problem is we're going to automatically attack this harvester as it goes by us, so we just want to avoid that as best as possible.
Ready and
Again, we can
moving out.
draw them into this
Reporting.
choke point at least.
Moving out. Affirmative.
So we do that, and then here they come,
Unit reporting.
and then we need our
Affirmative.
tanks
Waiting
to be in a
for
position where they can
acknowledgement.
actually attack stuff.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Yes, ready and waiting.
Again, I have no idea if they're going to be able
Yes,
to
sir.
rebuild these tanks.
Yes,
But the whole
sir.
point is we're going to get rid of them now.
Yes, sir.
It's just that easy.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Then we move
Right away,
up.
sir.
I think we just make
Building.
riflemen.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Maybe I
Building.
can hit that SAM site from
Unit
up here.
ready. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Looks
Unit
good. Okay,
ready.
perfect. And then you guys move down here.
Unit
Now we can
ready.
avoid the harvesters so that we stop drawing
Building.
enemy units to us.
Unit ready. Unit
Let's
ready.
take one Humvee and go and look down here. We're looking
Building.
for more SAM sites at this point,
Unit
basically.
ready. Unit
I like when they use their harvesters offensively. They're like, oh, you dare to... Okay, he should be able to handle this. Okay, here they come with some stuff. Let's take a group, not the tank, and then come on down here and destroy that.
Moving out.
Again, I would love air support because when we see those big groups of Rocketeers, if we can throw down air support
Moving out.
to at least either zone them directly at us or something, I don't know.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Okay, I can afford 2 more light
Building.
scouts, so let's do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, I don't know if there's kind of a soft timer here. And by soft timer, what I mean is like
complete.
Reporting.
Building.
no air support.
Ready and waiting.
By soft timer, what I mean is like they can indeed rebuild the tanks, and therefore you're sort of
Construction complete.
you're sort of on a timer in like how fast you need to complete the mission.
Moving out.
Because otherwise they can just keep rebuilding the tanks, and you can't, and you don't have much anti-armor, or at the very least the anti-armor that you have is not
Moving out.
very good. Guess let's check over here and see if there's a...
Yes, sir.
Let's use a Humvee.
Acknowledged.
Again, I'm just looking for more
Ready and moving out.
more SAM
Yes,
sites.
sir.
Because, again, I would love to have that air support when we push into the enemy base. It's interesting to me, again, how quickly things can go wrong
Yes, affirmative. Moving out.
on these missions. Like, very, very fast. You're...
Moving out.
You know, you think you're having a good time, and you have a big army, and then, like, all your infantry gets run over instantly. So we're gonna quick save here.
Unit reporting. Moving out.
And again, we want to keep the Grenadiers safe from getting attacked. So let's move on in. You guys attack him. You guys attack
Unit lost.
the turrets. Let's go. Get in there.
Unit lost.
Yes, right away, sir. Affirmative.
Move all the way in.
Unit lost. Unit
One turret
lost.
down. Let's move on. Our Grenadiers are now free to pretty much attack whatever they want.
Unit lost.
Because we're attacking their Harvester,
Unit lost.
Not a problem.
they're extra mad.
Unit lost.
I have 1 light tank left, or medium tank left, rather.
Moving out. Got
Okay, we need to avoid, again, getting run over. So let's maybe body block this thing and have our tank attack it. There we go. Get rid of the Harvester before it runs us over. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, very nice.
Unit lost.
Let's move in with everybody else. Go for the Hand of Nod. I could have brought engineers. Again, you capture this stuff and then just instantly sell it. Then you can build more reinforcements to move up. Or you can build your own structures in their base, because now you have a place that you can start building from.
Moving out.
Okay, so they didn't have any access to building more.
Yes, sir.
I thought they would have access to building more
Acknowledged.
tanks, but I guess not. So it definitely makes sense to try to lure their light tanks to you. That's information, again, very typical of my time with Red Alert. Red Alert 2, well, really all the Command & Conquers, which is like, hey, you know, if you don't know
Yes, sir.
when you start, I was playing extra cautious.
Right away, sir.
There's the last SAM site. We may have been able to get that from the low ground. I'm not sure. I assume armor can shoot over sandbags, but infantry can't. Could have used our tanks on the low ground to be able to hit that. I also just saw mission casualties pop up as an achievement, and I assume that was me blowing up my own stuff with grenadiers. But now that we can actually make, in theory, we can make medium tanks next map. I think it's just going to come down to stacking up a lot of tanks and maybe APCs, and then we're done with the grenadiers. Like, I really doubt I'll make them again unless there's a specific situation where I have to. It's just tough because you're very reliant on them this early in the game. It's very tricky.
Unit lost.
Okay, there we go.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you, quick saves. Ka! Oh my goodness. Seeing the nice little unlocks that you get every time, it's all good stuff. Look at these coins that we're collecting. What a treat. All right, let's check the map. Let's see if we have an actual option this time or not. All right, we've got Germany back. Pushing into the Czech Republic, I guess. So I think this is the only option we have, and we've taken all of Ukraine. So if I vaguely recall, the Ukraine mission was really difficult, so I think it's probably for the best that we avoided it. Okay, cool. So again, this is the only option of a mission, so I'm not sure if all of the optional stuff was at the beginning. Like in Tiberian Sun, some of the missions were optional, and then it made future missions slightly easier in some fashion, or had an effect on future missions at least. Whereas here, I think it's just which missions become unlocked and when and where we're going to have options in the future of different missions to take, as opposed to like actually having an effect on future missions. I think that was just strictly Tiberian Sun. Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.